Mouse takes the cheese. Snap.
Target resolved.
That's practically in my backyard. How the hell did they keep that hidden?
Plot a direct course. Thank you, monster.
Thank me later. I'll meet you there. I've got to see this rig in person.
Operator, ready the team. This is going to be a wild ride.
Here we go, final mission. In San Francisco, of all places. That's practically in my backyard. Alright, so I'm prepping for the final mission, trying to equip different people with different items and so on. So I've got Draco with this drilling dart we picked up last time, which will be handy. That's 2 shots, range, tranquilizer, armor piercing 1, so it has the same armor piercing as the cooker, except it's actually loaded and has 2 shots as opposed to not being loaded at all, so it's more useful in the immediate. We have the Volt Disruptor. He's also got his cloaking. It's got the weaker version of the shock trap that only takes out the guy opening it. Rush has a drilling dart with 1 shot because I was an idiot last episode. The Thermal Disruptor, also a cloaking. I think she also has the most powerful, yeah, she has a stim 3 for 8 AP. Other characters, I think most characters have, every character has a stim that gives you 4 AP, yeah. Banks has her 2 Buster Chips of rank 3. I could bring the other Buster Chip along for it's 2 firewalls every 5 turns, but these things are 4 firewalls every 3 turns. Frankly, they have short enough cooldowns and are effective enough that I don't think I need to double down and stack more than that. And the inventory capacity is kind of a problem. I'd rather stay there. She has the explosive shock trap that takes out a bunch of guys at once, which is really handy. She has invisible to the next attack. Yeah, it only lasts for 4 tiles though, whereas the other characters I believe have 2 turn-long ones that last longer. Yeah, they have proper invisible ones. Banks has a shittier one that only keeps her invisible for a moment, but hopefully I can fix it. She has the paralyzer for keeping someone knocked out for a long time. This time I'll try to remember the fact that it has a charge. And a stim pack. And Decker has our thermal disruptor and a whole bunch of EMPs, basically. Let's see, I wonder if I should swap one of these out. Nah. It's tempting to give Banks a neural disruptor, but I don't really want to take any of the items off of her that she has right now, do I? Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I like the fact that she currently has the chips and the invisibility thing for backup. I could swap the invisibility thing out so that it helps out Decker instead, basically, is the difference. I might do that, because then she'd at least have a weapon she could use besides the door trap, although the door trap's pretty goddamn effective, and that weapon, yeah, the neural disruptor is not necessarily super effective to begin with, because finding guys with no armor is not much. But anyway, this is the last mission of the game, so anything that I don't keep on my character should be useless to me right now.
Keep it short.
So I'm gonna go ahead and sell the cooker.
Do business more often before you buy and sell.
Feels weird to sell an item I've had all this time, but the alternate weapons have all my ammo, so it seems silly to keep it around. And all that extra credits, let's see, I could use it to upgrade someone's stat, but I don't know if I will do that. Instead, what I think I'll do is I'll keep it on me, and if we find a nano fab, I'll already be able to afford a charge pack to allow us one of the unique items that are very useful in my inventory to be used again during the mission. It's a little bit of, you know, emergency spending money. Alright, here comes the big final mission. So, from what I remember from last time, because I did do a playthrough of this game before Contingency Plan came out, you can see that in the playlist in the description. If I remember correctly, this is a mission where you basically have to do a few things with different characters. I think Monster has to specifically handle something on his own, and you basically have an ultimate destination you're trying to get the leader of the organization to win. And it takes a few turns. I think there's a few different things where you're kind of protecting someone while they do something for a few turns in a room, which is a little rough. But I think you don't extract from this mission. I'm pretty sure it just ends once you finish the thing and then the game's over. So, that somewhat simplifies things, but there's enough other things going on to complicate things that I guess that doesn't really matter. Last time I did this, in my previous playthrough, I never hired a single new crew member, so I only had my two characters and the 2 that you get for this story mission. So it's going to be interesting now, because I have a 4-player party now, and there's the 2 story characters they add to the party, so it's going to be a 6-character party trying to solve this. And that many characters is good for versatility, but really bad for stealth sometimes, so we'll see how this goes. Omni Mainframe, San Francisco.
I don't know much about this facility, but if Monster is correct, it holds the most powerful computer system in the world. We need to get down there and plug Incognita into that mainframe. She'll have root access to SecNet, and we'll be able to cover our tracks. Monster and I will be joining the infiltration team. We have the tools and the expertise needed to do the AI transfer, and there's no sense in holding back now. This will be our final test. They hit us hard, and we've only had 72 hours to crawl back from the brink. But I have faith in the team we've rebuilt. Don't make me look foolish for believing in you, operator. Let's go.
Alright, cool. So I was going to say she's reinforcing the idea that this is in fact the last mission and it's definitely over now. But at the same time, she also said that it took us 72 hours to crawl back from the brink. So that was just exclusively that was all pre-expansion monologue, so it's not necessarily as encouraging. Weird that they didn't change that. She refers to 72 hours when it became a 7-day game instead of a 3-day game or a 4-day game. Objective, find the central server and upload Incognita before she expires. So we're basically just trying to get Incognita to a location. Rewards, you may survive to see tomorrow. Maybe. So this is interesting. This is the big final showdown, so my characters are kind of expendable. Not totally expendable, because I need them to win. And also, I think the game grades you at the end, ultimately. And also, I just don't like the idea of killing my characters off if I can avoid it. But if one of them dies now, it's not going to cripple my future missions, is what I mean, because there are no future missions. That was always the scare up till now. I was like, oh, if I lose that person, then I lose a whole character and all their gear, and I'll be in serious trouble. Omni. We know very little about Omni, but they appear to have more advanced technology than any other corporation. I believe the only time we've seen them before was during the midpoint on day 4, when the game previously would have ended. We did that little multi-part monster mission, by which I mean a mission with Monster. I think that was Omni back then too, but I don't think that you ever deal with Omni when you're picking missions. Omni protected, rank 8. Expect lethal resistance from the moment you enter the facility. That's scary. That's a very high level of resistance. I'm plenty worried. More info? There isn't a lot of information about this location, but Monster's intelligence show that the security here uses the most state-of-the-art technology. Expect high-level security and advanced countermeasures. I'm hoping I can... Alright, I really hope I'm equipped for this. Stressful, stressful, stressful. One way or another, this is the final episode. The question is whether it's going to be a successful or failed one.
Engage beam in 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Beam.
We're in. I've forgotten how much I dislike the transport beam.
1, 0, 1, 1. Shutting down.
Damn it. I'll try to do a manual restart, but it's going to hurt.
Welcome to the Incog Systems Climate Modeling Platform. System date is June 27, 2045. Would you like to update the system date?
She's back, but there's no telling how long she's going to stay lucid. We need to work fast.
There should be a security hub somewhere on this level. I can get us into the central server room from there.
Alright. Getting started. So find security hub, access corporate mainframe, upload Incognita. And I need to, if I remember correctly, I need to do something cooperatively with a couple characters or to protect monsters somewhere, and I need to get them as fast as possible, because it's not just a matter of getting them there, they have to do it for like multiple turns. So I need to prioritize getting them there as fast as possible, because I will just lose time otherwise. And even the objective screen so was there to cement the idea that their survival is optional. So let's look at our new characters and review what they can do. Fabricator, multi-threading. Nanofabricator, purchases cost 15% less. That is so not much of a big deal. But this is cool. Overclocked neural dart. So the good news is it has armor piercing 3. Bad news is it only has 2-turn knockout, 8-turn cooldown, and when you do it, it spawns a daemon. But hey, it could be crucial for taking out a heavily armored character, which I expect plenty of in the final mission of the game. Central? I don't think we've had her as a unit in this playthrough yet. Last time, of course. Antiviral proxy. Gain 5 power on any daemon install. So if a daemon is installed, we gain 5 power. That's handy. That means when monster shoots his gun, for example, we're going to gain 5 power. But it's a silver lining to the shittiness of dealing with a daemon. The highly confidential work of a daemon engineer. This subdermal chip reroutes power from other networked subroutines. Rumor has it that Central has the only prototype. She has a neural disruptor. Completely generic. Nothing special. That's a bummer. Incognita memory drive. So she has Incognita, the actual AI, on her character. Quantum shadow recursion allows for the entirety of Incognita's personality matrix to be stored on a standard data drive, but it degrades over time. Plug this into the mainframe to take over Omni's network. Can only be carried by Central. So basically, Monster and Central, for various reasons, are both going to be mandatory characters for this mission that need to be kept alive. And unfortunately, they both kind of suck. They should both have really minimal stats. Yep, she has 4 anarchy. And oh god, and Monster has 3 hacking, and that's all they have to offer. They otherwise have level 1 stats, mostly across the board. I might be able to help them out though, because some of these characters do have items that might be handy. Let's see, what's the requirement on these things again? You need 3 hacking for an EMP pack. It wouldn't be a crazy idea to throw one of these over to the monster so he's a little bit more capable. It'd give me the chance to have my EMP packs in more than one location. I think first thing I'm going to do is send Central over here, because I want to find out what's outside all these doors.
Those are the same uniforms from the research lab. We've been fighting the same adversary the entire time.
Alright, Omni Harbinger. The alarm has increases if this unit dies, because of the heart monitor. Heavy Armor 1, improved heart monitor, plus 4 to alarm on death, cannot be disabled. So basically, you really don't want to knock this guy out. I mean, you really don't want to kill him. Oh, you don't really want to knock him out either. Consciousness monitor, plus 2 alarm when KO'd. They're basically just general pieces of shit. You'll remember these assholes from when we did the original playthrough of our previous encounter with these guys, where they just have guards that have super long patrols and obnoxiously just everything you do with them causes alarms. You just don't want them to catch you. Just went ahead and started our power cycle there, because that's how we generate power. Don't want to forget that and accidentally start using power. Let's see. I want you. Let's go ahead and let you approach Monster. And he should be able to hacking skill 3, so he should be able to use one of these EMP packs. This gives us the opportunity to spread these items out a little bit more. Stim 1. Unfortunately, I can't give him a stim. Yeah. He can't use a stim pack because he doesn't have any stats really, so he doesn't have the 2 speed for that. But giving him an EMP pack gives him slightly more versatility, so that these characters have a little bit more to do based on the situation. I'm just going to try to scout each of these doors. Hello. Another one. These guys are obnoxious. Alright, so yeah, this level is going to be packed with enemies where apparently if I just touch them at all, the alarm freaks out. Very much incentivizing us to not let that happen. Alright, so I could start hacking cameras, but it's kind of expensive. Something has line of sight of this room that I can't see. Could just be a camera in this corner out of line of sight. That's totally possible. Does this guy have increased vision range? No. Right, we might want to just camp out and let these guys move a little bit, while I let my cost go down a little bit for hacking. Because right now I can't even hack one of these cameras without it going through. Unfortunately. How do I want to distribute my characters is part of the question. Huh. Well, we want to find the security hub first, and we don't know where it is yet, so I don't have a lot to go on yet. Decker, let's have you go hack this terminal. You get a power bonus from your hacking skill. You'll approach this door. At this point, I guess I'll just evenly distribute our characters a little bit. To make this work, I'll put NPC characters with party members to sort of even out their power balance a little bit. They'll hopefully complement each other, each other's capabilities. Let's see. We've only found one enemy. Nope, we found 2 enemy units so far. But I don't know if this room has an enemy unit in it yet. There is a door over here, though, so it's worth taking a look at it. Let's see. Do I go for it? I have AP to spare if I hack this. I may bust through this for now. That'll take us to low power. Cool, this room's now on not being observed. And as a result of going to low power, we'll proc that one thing that causes us to... Hello. That's where the reinforcements are going to show up. We'll get bonus power as a result of being low power. They don't have like a pulse or anything, do they? No. Alright, can you observe him? He's not gonna... Okay, I just want to make sure he's not gonna immediately walk directly into us, because that'd be the worst. No. Really? Whoa. You're gonna start us with an enemy that goes straight through the freaking room we're standing in? That hasn't really happened before. Alright, well I may have to just accept the idea of, knocking this guy out and accepting the 2 alarm from KOing him. Because I've already made the mistake of moving my party into this room, so I can't stop him. Okay, fine. Fine, that's happening. So this can't KO him. But you can. You have the dart, thermal disruptor, 2 power per point of armor, so it'll cost me 2 power to use this weapon. But it has armor piercing 1. So I'm going to say use this thermal disruptor. You set up the ambush. You go hide. And we should be able to spot him to catch him. Let's see, you two are both going to have to go hide behind objects or he's going to fucking spot you and not immediately come around. I think I've set this up properly. I hope. Be a really bad first turn if this goes bad already. Alright, so there's 2 extra alarm. Let's see, the least he could do is give me something cool, right?
The mean temperature in Buenos Aires last month was 37 degrees Celsius. This represents a 3% increase over the previous year. Anthropogenic factors show no indication of slowing.
Alright, Incognita's losing her mind. We might as well peek in this room now. Alright, so this room is currently devoid of enemies. It does have a high-level door lock. So we could only open that with banks. But we'd also have to deal with the camera. I'm of course curious what's over here. Decker. Let's see, we have a decent amount of power at the moment, so let's use the reduced cost to hack the camera a little bit, and follow it up like this. And then Draco can peek through this area. Decker can... Oops, I forgot to close the door. Get some bonus power from this terminal. That appears to be a dead-end room. Huh. I can at least be thorough. Yep, there's a camera. There's 2 cameras pointing at a terminal. Alright, so we're done here forever. This was more or less this was a waste of power and time. Cool. Alright, well, the good news is we can count out this entire chunk of the map, which is not bad news entirely, because it means that this enemy reinforcement location is in a pointless part of the map I have no reason to revisit, which means that when they spawn, they're going to have to spend some time making up ground to catch up with me. Also, if random cameras start rebooting, if I'm lucky, there'll be some of the ones I've taken over here that I don't need anymore in the future. But it does leave me a little low on power. Let's see. Banks. Let's take a peek again. Oh, holy shit. Alright. Here's an Omni Protector. So he has level 8 armor at the moment. We're definitely going to want to break through that. A couple of this character's chips would help with that. Where are they going? Are they going straight to us? They're walking into the middle of this room and stopping, apparently. Huh. Well, he doesn't have a heart monitor. Or did he have a heart monitor? He doesn't have a consciousness monitor. So, if I can get him in range, I could hack him with my chips without using power. I could potentially... one of the things I'm thinking is maybe cloaking rig him to approach him from behind, do a couple buster chips on him, and then someone would have to knock him out at that point, but we'd get through his armor the cheap way. Alternatively, I could use this thing. It would use 3 power, but he would be very interested in figuring out what's over here anyway, and that'd knock him out for 5 turns. But the cooldown is 5 turns, and I might become crucial sooner than I'm expecting it to. Let's see. How far can you make it in a turn? That far? Because maybe I should consider dealing with this camera and heading through this way. But that enemy's gonna come back at some point. No, he's not. He's right here. But someone else could come through because we don't know what the paths are everyone's taking. These long paths worry me because we don't know what patterns they're gonna take around the environment. Alright. It says he's gonna stop there for now. That means he's behind the door. He's manageable. So maybe I should just hack this over here. Get aggressive about it. Alright. Camera's on my team. Let's let you approach. Yeah. We'll have her approach on this side. She's the only one who can unlock the, who can unlock that door, so she may as well head her way over there. But I don't want to screw up too bad. Because if too many people start walking into that room, then everyone's going to get busted. Just want to keep line of sight of this room while this guy moves around. See, Central has a KO. She can't do much besides hang out in the back, so I don't see much reason for her to head forward. You, on the other hand, have some versatility, so let you head into the room, and Central can be on pin down the guard duty. And maybe we'll start moving him. Well, at least get out of the way a little bit so that these characters can walk past next turn. I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. You're gonna stop right in the middle of the room, right? Cool. Oh, who's over there? Alright, that's worrying. Alright, Banks, if you approach that door...
shows increased activity in southwestern FTM factories. This correlates with an increase in troop deployment in Sector 11. Recommend orbital strikes to purge the area.
It looks like if I go through this door, if I unlock it, I should be able to get back behind this spot in time. I'm speaking in terms of like in case someone approaches. Let's see, 0 AP, 2 AP. Oh, that 1 AP, I can go that far. So if I spend an AP peeking, I can go that far. Hello, what is going on in here? Alright. So we have another guy with super shield that I'm definitely gonna wanna... I'm gonna have to knock out some of these guys at some point. It's just a question of when it's gonna be a problem. Cool, he's turning around. I like that. I like it when you do that. I like it when you do that. Alright, wow, there is a guy right behind that door. And I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna walk directly through this door and get caught by us. And he's got a alarm when knocked out thing, of course. Just to be an all-around nuisance. I'd say the primary upside of having this many characters is I'm probably gonna have characters that are sitting on various enemies. So at least I have 6 characters to pin people with. So the good news is we have 2 alternate doors to lead people through. Huh. This is a situation where I would think about using sprint to attract attention via noise. The problem is there's enemies in every single direction, so I don't have a clearing. I don't really have much of a clear spot. Let's see. I could potentially try to consolidate my team in one room and take it from there. But who knows where they'll go after that, right? Like, one of my ideas, for example, is like if I bring everyone in here and sprint around here, maybe the noise would make them head over here, but I could also totally screw myself in that way. Huh. One thing for sure is these characters are going to get closer. Let's just go ahead and let that happen real quick. Because that whole part of the map's not useful to me right now. So, we still have a lot of doors to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4 doors leading to the unknown, and at least 2 walls that could potentially have another door in them that I can't see yet. We don't have a ton of power, and these characters take forever to hack, which is why it'd be really handy to have Banks take care of that kind of stuff. This character's thankfully turning around, which gives us a chance, but Banks definitely needs to take cover, because this character's probably going to walk straight in this room. And I don't know if I'll have any sort of clearance here. But he only has 1 armor, so I can probably take him out with a nice shot when he shows up. Hopefully. I think I should probably stay around the corner there. Let's see, our power cycle's fine. Should I have characters slowly approaching this room? If they're in the same room, they might be able to help. Decker should probably head this way to EMP stuff. I feel like that's going to be in our future here. Let's have you go with Monster. You guys very well may need to go in that direction soon. And Central, let's just pop that door closed so you don't get spotted by anyone. Then here with the body, let's try to get behind it in a object to make the body a little less obvious if someone comes in here. I don't know where I want Central to go yet. But yeah, at this point, I should wait for this guy to get out of the way and see if I can find a clearing, and we'll see what this guy does. I couldn't peek on him because that would have stranded me in his line of sight. Unless you can't observe him either. Alright. Is he gonna come into this room or not? What's over there? Corporation has changed guard patrols. Fun. Alright.
The human brain is a tragically flawed biological machine. It has just enough intelligence to convince itself of its own importance. Its capacity for self-absorption is matched only by its capacity for self-delusion.
So Incognita is developing a very positive opinion of humans. Great. Control of this room would be nice. Since he left and we still have all this line of sight here, I assume there's a camera in the corner here that I just can't see at the moment. So we'll get away from the door a little bit, but let's open the door and go ahead and peek into the room. There's the camera as expected. So I should probably just hack this. Am I gonna get more fusion from you, or am I gonna get stranded in a second here? Damn it. Do we have any daemons to reveal yet? No. I'm wondering if I should wait before spending any more power. I think I might get in trouble if I do that, because it's about to be I'm gonna have to restart the cycle in a moment. So that guy surprisingly did not come in here. It gives me a bit of an opening. That guy's investigating something? Somewhere? Do I have an investigation location? Not on the screen at the moment. Alright, so these terminals seem to mean nothing, so I shouldn't concern myself with whatever is this thing, because it seems like these are just around. This laser grid is in the way. It'll activate a security daemon, so I don't want to go doing that. That said, the tile I'm standing on seems to be clear at the moment.
That's the security hub for this level. I bet I can clear the way from there.
Okay. That's my target. I need to hack that with a monster, and it's got a daemon on it, because of course it does. So I just need to get him there. What's your deal? You're just a heavy armor soldier, so you just have 3 armor, and that's it. No special tricks. Is someone in that room right now? Oh, this is a bummer. Someone was around, and I don't know where they went. That also has 3 hacking obnoxiously, but okay, we have Banks. If Banks can get there, we're all set. So really, the first concern is this character being obnoxiously in line of sight, and I can't use a ranged attack to do that because all my ranged weapons have an armor piercing of 1. I'm gonna put Rush in here behind cover. Hopefully, won't get discovered, but I'm going to try to approach, if I can, with the characters involved. Now that we have a target for Monster, he's definitely going to be heading that way instead of waiting around here. since anyone else could be involved in this goal over here. In fact, it might not be a bad idea to throw down like an EMP or something with that other character. That might keep Draco over there. But yeah, Monster's gonna try to make progress over here because that's his clear goal. Oh no. So moving over here revealed that the Harbinger's hanging out over here. Pulse drone. Magnetic reinforcements. If this device has more than 2 firewalls, EMPs break 2 firewalls instead of disabling it. Oh. If he has more than 2 firewalls, then that means that the EMPs can't knock it out. That's a new one. But otherwise it would destroy it. Pulse scanner finds people nearby. Okay. That puts us in trouble because now Rush is in range of being spotted here. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Shit. Well, I've already spent my AP. Dare I try to use a stim to just get behind cover? Is that worth it? Oh, this son of a bitch. Alright, this is not good news for me. This is not good news for me. But you know what? There's enemies nearby. So, none of the big shield guys are nearby though. But you know what? I think things are gonna get noisy over here. So I think I might want to have the EMP guy nearby. I think we're gonna have a mess on our hands soon. Maybe should I just bring everyone nearby and just abandon this whole camera topic over here for now? Huh. I may want to lay a trap for one of these characters. Sorry, I'm trying to just process what I'm trying to do here. Never an easy decision, really. So the important thing to note between these shock traps, besides the fact that they have AoE or not AoE, is that the one with no AoE also does not have a requirement for power. And they're both such big deals for the fact that you can knock out characters without requiring any consideration for their armor level. Alright, I think we're just going to keep that door closed for now because someone's going to be sneaking around. I think Central's just going to stay on this character for now, just to keep him knocked out for a while. But we could probably settle on dragging them closer to the target. Maybe not with you. Yeah, your strength is so low. Maybe I should just take cover with you. At this point, I'm better off using Draco because of his greatly expanded upon strength and so on. And we got a nice cooldown for cooldowns. I mean, a bonus for cooldowns. That's nice. Won't be able to make it through that door this turn, but we can pick up on that next turn. Alright, time to see whether or not Rush gets spotted. She has a cloaking, so I can get out of it, but I want to preemptively cloak because it might not be necessary. Don't turn around. Oh, she turned around. Alright, he looked around. You really did go and do the thing I was hoping you wouldn't do. Alright, holy crap.
And society exhibits the same drive towards organization as human society, but is unconstrained by the fallacy of individual self-importance. I like ants. They know what they are not.
Yeah, she seems to be not fond of humans right now, which is problematic for us. Alright, what is this daemon over here? Just so I know in advance. Reduces all agent AP by 2. Crap, that's bad. I think that daemon lasts multiple turns too. Alright, so here's Rush. She is in danger of being murdered in the face. I would like to avoid being murdered in the face, so I'm gonna pop behind cover real quick.
Damn it, they got away.
Damn it, they got away. So can I escape without being spotted? I totally did. Holy shit. Can I just say how much I love that works in this game? Because it feels amazing every time. If I get spotted here, though, I will have to cloak if that guy comes back over here. But maybe he'll walk over here. Still, don't have a lot of ways of dealing with the fact that the room is totally crowded with enemies. The EMP can help with the robot and Mr. Shield, but it won't help with other issues. And I assume we can't hack this thing because we need to go through it with Let's see. I assume the security hub we have to hack through with a monster. So I assume it's a bad idea to break, to try to EMP it, because then you just wouldn't be able to hack it, right? I think. Oopsie. Alright, for now, Rush's shenanigans are... On one level, they're kind of buying time, but on the other level, they're kind of making things worse for us because they're creating a distraction that's going to help the enemies not clear out of the way. There. Moving this body still. How far can I take that? Not quite behind that thing over there? Alright. Well, there's a decent chance that I'm going to be needed soon, so let's get a little closer with Draco. And you can go back to pinning the body, but now it's moved into a better position with the rest of the party. Pretty much everyone's in one room, which is probably not great. Let's see here. If I could trick them into coming to this room, that'd be great.
What was that?
I don't know. What was that? You should investigate. You should investigate that so hard. I'm gonna shock trap that. Costing us power. We're now out of power. Alright, now we have our trap placed. Our characters are a little closely packed here. I probably want Decker to back off. Here, Decker, you get behind Draco. I'm just giving Banks the chance to get out of the door frame because last time she got knocked out. It's only one turn, but it's still a knockout. That'll take him out at least. Probably not both of them. They're probably not going to approach fast enough. But we'll see what happens. The knockout, of course, causes me alarm problems too, but there's limits on what I can do here. Oh, yay!
They're through here.
Alarm level 2. High caliber weaponry recommended. Warning, Daemon installed.
So the bad news is the enemies have bonus armor. How many firewalls? Plenty of firewalls. Bad news is the enemies got more armor. Good news is that those two got knocked the fuck out, so that's nice. I don't know where that guy's investigating right now. But there's our goal over there. Pulse drone. So you don't have line of sight, right? You're just a pulse. The pulse drone doesn't work that way. So I can just walk right up to you and be like, GTFO. You're mine now. Cool. Hey, pulse drone. I can use you to explore, so I'm gonna do just that. You don't unleash a daemon for walking through your own thing, right? Because it's on your team. Whoa, did you disable the door by walking into it? Interesting. But anyway, you two, I need to do something about your bodies. I should probably inject one of you, but it is a one-time use. So I have to be careful about when I choose to use that. The monster more or less has a clear shot to where he's trying to go if I can avoid getting detected in the process. Trying to figure out how to manage this situation because there's two bodies to deal with here. And you can't even... So you have no speed. Right. So you can't even use a stim 1? No, you can't. That's really frustrating that I can't make him go any faster. Alright, so... Next objective is probably to take you to here. Because she can hack it without using our power-up. But Monster needs to try to get there as fast as possible. Are we in range for people to hear me if I sprint? I really hope not. I didn't hear any indication that people heard that. It's probably the best I can hope for. Okay, so Monster's now in that room. That's pretty much the best I can hope for right now. I'm gonna wait till the end of my turn to hack that thing. I'd rather use all the AP I have available to me right now. So you guys need to get on these two bodies. Then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that in a moment. First of all, cred chip. Cool. Neural scan, power bonus, alright. Every power counts at this point. So I need to get you guys out of sight. So drag. And you can drag. So he can successfully get around the corner. So that's going to be his goal. There we go. You're going to want to get around here because you can't get inside that room right now. So you're going to want to get behind this terminal. Going by the locations of the doors in this room, that should keep him out of sight, line of sight for a while. Which is about the best we can go for now. Alright, 3 enemies are knocked out and pinned. Should I start moving this character to different... Yeah, let's move you a little bit more. Probably want to get you behind this terminal over here. Yeah. Because if someone comes in this door, I don't want them to be spotted immediately. You... I already used up your AP, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, what do I do with Rush right now? I suppose I'll just start checking rooms. I won't have AP to check that room, so I'll check out this one. What is this room? Might be pointless. It has a high security door that leads to this other room that we don't know what's in yet. Banks could open that door later. Or we could use one of these cards that people have right here. Someone could just pick one up and use those too. That's totally valid. I like that this is all sealed off. There's no spare doors around here, so I don't have to deal with this area anymore. Aside from using this to store bodies at the moment, these 5 rooms are all not relevant to the rest of my mission. This is a dead end, so once we hack, this will be out of commission. So the mysteries are this door, this room, this door, and there might be something over here. We don't have a complete wall yet. I guess I have the AP to check right now. Nope, that is a sealed room. Alright, so 3 doors in this room. We know where 2 of them go. This one goes to the mystery room. So I don't need to explore this room itself right now, since for the moment this is probably my best way into that room is through this already open door. But for the moment we're just trying to hack, and I'm just trying to explore with my remaining AP and trying to get spotted. I have kind of left her in the open, haven't I? More or less solvable. Just don't know if anyone's going to come barging through that door, so I'd like to not get spotted with Rush. Because at least Draco could go around the corner to get out of line of sight, so he'd be okay. Kind of hedging my bets here on where enemies might show up from, because this guy could come back here or an enemy could come through here, and in both cases Draco would get spotted. But for now, I believe it's time to hack. I think everyone's going to be where they are for the rest of the turn. 200 credits earned by algorithm.
The is turning about. Now press the advantage.
Alright. Bonus credits is not bad news. We now have 1,300 credits, so if I find a nanofab, if you even get those in this mission, will be good. But for the moment, just trying to get Monster over there to hack. I really wish I could physically drag him there somehow, the 1 extra tile. We're gonna have to wait now. Oh, those steps are going right up to the side of that door. Alright. My meat locker room over there is at risk of being seen. I'm gonna put Monster behind this terminal to block line of sight in case he gets spotted, and we're gonna jack in to unlock the mainframe door.
What have they got here? It seems strangely unguarded. Maybe they're relying upon those jumped-up guards to protect the system. I'll try extracting the door codes. Just give me a moment.
And just like I remember, we have to do 5 fucking turns of this. I'm sorry, it's just that's pretty bad. Having to wait that long. That's pretty brutal. Alright, so... obvious concern. It appears that the guard is right outside that door. He might come barging in. Let's see. Drag the body. If I'm lucky, I can get this way a little more. This is rough. I want to get behind this thing in case he comes in. Right now, the best I can probably do is just go this way a little bit. And just deal with that. There's enough mobility here that Central can probably clear it if she gets spotted. Oh, I guess I could be in trouble here, though. Man. I think I'm gonna have to go this way. At least then, if he comes in, Central could slip around this corner out of line of sight. If she gets spotted, if this guy comes straight to the door and spots him, let's see. Yeah, it's too wide is the problem. If he comes this way and spots her, she can slip over here, and that buys me time. But if she comes in through this way and spots her, then she's totally screwed. And this guy can't help because he doesn't have that kind of capability. So... Huh. Well, he's gonna drag the body around the corner real quick. There we go. Just one less problem in that current room. And he has enough mobility to get around, but also he's in the room with most of the other characters, so at least there's a chance of them helping him. Is that 0 AP? It's probably all the AP you can muster, so he still can't... he's not gonna be able to check that door for me. Alright. Rush, go check the door. Hello. You look important. Mainframe requires special access. Security hub. Magnetic properties. Let's see. The whole point is I'm using this for mainframe, right? So this is the mainframe. Omni mainframe. That's my objective, right? This thing right here. So that's my end goal right there, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm hacking this so I can go in here. And it's just my goal to not get caught along the way. So I don't know what's in these rooms over here, but they might not be important for me. I just fucking double peeked. God damn it. Alright, well, that happened. Good news is this room's empty. Alright. This thing that I'm pretty sure is one of our final goals is currently empty. By the time I get Banks down here, she can probably just hack that with her controls. So we'll be good there. So I think at this point I just want the pulse drone to go away. Oh, right. That's the only reason that was open, is because the pulse drone unlocked it. Alright, I should have kept him there. At this point though, I'm trying to get him out of the way so that when he wakes back up, he's not going to be a problem for me. Although I could totally, I could EMP him. The good news is that he can't see. Anyway, Banks doesn't need to be here anymore. And she doesn't have a shock trap to use, so she can't even use that method right now. So the best I can do with Banks is just get in position for future hacking, basically. So this thing's completely unhackable. You need to find the power to open it or go around, which is probably my best option at the moment. Banks could hack this little thing, but EMPing it would just get it out of the way. As a matter of fact, this guy could EMP also. So you have 5 AP left. When I'm dragging the body, no, that's the furthest I can make it. Alright. We'll wait till next turn where he can probably make it over here with his next move. I'll probably just get past this door by EMPing it and having everyone run past it. It's probably my best option. At which point, Central and Decker are probably going to have to abandon these characters and let them wake up. So the best I can probably do with Banks is to have him come in here. Have her come in here. Yeah. I'm going to have Banks come towards Central, assuming Central doesn't get caught. I'll be able to inject the body, because I think I'm pretty sure Central's guard is the closest to waking up. 2 turns, 4 turns, 4 turns. Yeah. So Central's is the closest to waking up, so if I inject it, it'll stay down for longer, and that'll help us out a bit. Really hope I'm not wrong about the objective. I'm pretty sure that this is like the thing I need after that. Like that's the 2 steps of this mission. So if I can get in clean enough, I don't know, the random generation of this environment may have helped me in a way where I can get in and out surprisingly fast despite having to wait for like 5 turns. But I think this is the part. I think we're about to get to the part where I wait for like 5 turns. Let's see. If you drag this body, how far can you make it? 1 AP. I'm just wondering if I can get all these bodies into this room and just sit on them in this room with my characters, because then they'd be behind a door where people are less likely to see them, which would be super helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it really cost you? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. You can totally make it that far. Wow. interesting, unless I'm misinterpreting the rules on how this works, but he seems to be so strong he can actually carry that far. I just don't know if something bad's gonna happen to my AP when I try to go through this door. Is it still gonna be able to move? Yes. Okay, wow, he's so strong he can actually pull it that far. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start piling all the bodies in this room where they'll be harder to spot than this open area. But you, when you drag a body, cannot make it that far. I might have to inject some characters, and I might have to take a second trip. I might have to use Draco to take Centrals over, but yeah, we have 5 turns of waiting to do, so I'm not overly concerned in that perspective. Let's see. If I see a shield guy, I can start working on his firewall too, because this is about to be free next turn. Let's see. If you drag this body, how far can you make it? Right, we're still on that turn, so you're stuck here. Waiting time. I just hope they don't detect. Okay.
Damn. We walked straight into a honeypot. I can still extract the door codes, but it's going to take a while.
The important thing... Okay, cool. So it's gonna take a long time, but that's fine. The important thing right now is that, it's currently not... Yeah, right now, he's not being detected, so no one's coming after him at the moment. That's good news. So we have this place secure, more or less. I could start exploring. Do I still own you? I do still own you. Are you able to open doors? I don't know. You're about to become theirs next turn, so I'm just going to get you far away. You cannot open this door. Okay. Just going to put you in this distant corner in timeout. Alright. Thinking about how to do this. Drag soldier. He'd be at 0 AP at that point. What happens if you drop the body at that point? Let's try this. Going to the door. Then you drop the body. That gives you 1 AP. Which is not quite where I want you to be, unfortunately. Let's see. Open door. With your 1... Oh, you can't get around the corner with your 1 AP? That's frustrating. Let's see. I can let that guy wait out 1 turn, though. Sitting out there, as long as he doesn't get spotted right away. Banks, how's your strength? You have way more strength. Okay, so you're definitely more useful for this role than she is. So you can at least get him closer. Alright. I think we're just gonna have to close the door and let him sit out there for the turn, and hopefully he won't get spotted right away. If we can avoid getting him spotted, we're golden. If he does get spotted, I'm gonna have to try to EMP his armor and knock him out with somebody when that other guy comes in. You're auto-hacking, right? Yeah, I don't have to tell you to do that? Cool. What do I do with you? Just stay put? I don't know if I want to risk exploring right now. Because the best thing I can do right now is just have this go cleanly. Oh, interesting. I didn't pick up on this, so when I brute forced the hack, I didn't get the AP penalty, did I? Or was it only 1 turn and it's already over? I'm not sure. I think that using the chip stopped the daemon from unleashing. I don't think I understood before that was how that worked. There's a lot of nuance to figure out in this game. Anyway, at the moment, it's free to hack. And we're at 20 power already. Alright, let's just hack this room so I can see it. Hello, bad guy. Alright, we have too much power, so I should hack you. Just to get that started a little bit, because at the moment, we're so high on power, we're not getting much out of it. Next turn I have to refresh my power, though, so we'll be running a little lower then. Good news is he's way the fuck over there, so we might not see shit. My plan, by the way, was that I was hoping he'd have 1 more AP when I dropped the body. I was gonna have him go to the side, and then Draco was just gonna drag the body the rest of the way in real quick because he has so much AP. But now you can't move your characters past each other, unfortunately, so that kind of screwed me. But best case scenario, he just loses 1 more turn of KO, which I can mostly manage. Worst case scenario is some asshole walks in and sees him. Good news is Oh, that's actually a low chance of happening, though. There's only these 2 doors down here. These 3 doors down here. Because we've now established what's over here, so I know for sure that that's not a source of enemies. Alright, waiting. Sorry if this feels drawn out, but I'm just trying to be very careful not to utterly fuck this up. There's 2 of them now. There they are. Ooh, and there's a very real risk he's gonna come straight at me. There's an elite enforcer. Does he know
They've noticed us, and they're sending someone to check this terminal. Keep them occupied while I finish.
Okay. That's more or less what I don't want to have happen. So one guy's coming straight here. Thankfully, I have this door knockout item, which will help me just fine. But for now, let's deal with the situation of this body. Let's see. Decker's not going to do anything in this situation, really, so Decker can go ahead and just take on body duty again. Because I don't plan on using his AP for anything else right now. Get it as far away from the door as possible to give us room for future characters. You can take the body this far. Should I be using stim just to get you further, is what I'm wondering. 9-turn cooldown, it'd really be blowing it away. But I really want the body in there, though, and I want to make it there in 1 turn, so I don't get in trouble here. Here's what I wonder about. So if I drop the body, boom, that much more AP. So if I go this far with the body, how much do I get for dropping the body? 5. That's enough to go around the corner. Okay. So now let's see what happens when I approach... No! Stop it. Clicking on the wrong things. Draco. Approach the body. Drag the body. Oh, not even you can do it, huh? Alright, well I gave it a shot. I thought I could game the system a little bit. Let's pop that stim. We're just gonna need it at this point. Let's get this fucker around the door corner. Cool. Central can't make it that far, so she's gonna have to just hang out in this corner now. Hopefully not gonna get spotted anytime soon. Drop the body. You close the door. So my hope is that I can lure him to come up to this door, because I can use this door trap to knock him right the fuck out, which should be such a big deal. Crap, stop trying to steal. That'll hopefully be my solution. And I think Banks is just gonna stay put. Restarting our power cycle. Alright, we have plenty of power. This is good. Unfortunately, this guy went outside of the range of the camera, so I can't hack them anymore. Ah. Yeah, I can't hack the power of any of these characters. Alright. Well, we're a little high, so I could go in the mainframe, but I should conserve as much as possible in case I have to brute force through someone's armor, so let's just hang out for now. As long as we're not at 20. Once we're at 20 and we're about to waste power, I should do that. That guy has 10 fucking armor from his firewalls. Screw that guy. 1 guard sent to investigate location of agent each turn. Of an agent every turn? Shit. Alright, they know
what the hell was that? They know we're in the building now. Just give me a bit more time.
Okay, so now one of them's gonna come here every turn. The good news is Banks has a shock trap. So with Banks' shock trap, we can do an AoE knockout, and with Draco's shock trap, we can also do another knockout. So we can do 2 individual knockouts, and one of them could knock out multiple people at once, potentially. So that helps us deal with the number of enemies a little bit, but we still have a lot of guys coming our way. And they're gonna send... someone's gonna find us every turn for several turns, which is problematic. Especially since Rush is isolated. If they come after Rush, it's gonna be harder for her to hide. But she may be able to take cover to avoid the initial detection, and then use the cloaking rig to avoid further detection, and maybe get away with it. But she's gonna have to stay put for now. The important thing is we know they're going after Monster right now, and which is kind of manageable. I'm gonna want to bring Central in here just to keep track of all these characters and keep them together. There we go. Because she cannot defend herself, so putting her with friends is the best we can do. She can go pin this body for now. Alright, so everyone's pinned, right? Those are all the bodies I've knocked out so far? No weird corpses sitting around? Cool. Our power's currently maxed out, so I should spend a little bit of it to deal with these extra armors that these characters have. Let's see. Yeah, let's just wear this guy down a bit. If he comes my way, I don't want him showing up with that much armor. One more? Yeah, let's do one more. There we go. That used a lot of power, but he's down to 4 now. He's getting closer to the territory where I could actually deal with him, potentially. Oh, I don't know this daemon program yet. Let's identify it. Fractal. Creates 2 new daemon programs on random objects. That's probably not a problem at that point, because at that point, if that's happened, I probably don't have to worry about it, because he will have, at that point, I'm probably not going to hack anything else. If I'm right about the mission structure. If I'm wrong about the mission structure, I'm going to be very displeased. I could probably just preemptively set this trap. I want to see them approach. Let's go ahead and peek, so that I can hopefully see this room while they're coming. The door's closed still, right? It's a little hard to see after has all these fucking icons. I want to see how many of them are approaching at once. And based on that, I'll decide whether to do the AoE or not. There's the... Oh! It might be both of them. Cool, they're detecting monster again. Daemon reboots 2 objects each turn. Okay. So he's unleashing a shitty...
Daemon got through my counterattack. We're almost there.
Basically a shitty daemon's popping out every turn and messing with us. Alright, they're not here yet, thankfully. What's my line of sight right now? Oh, it's because I'm still peeking, huh? Let's keep that peeking going. I don't know if I had to reactivate it every turn, so I just thought I would do that inherently. I'll go ahead and peek with you too, so we get a good view of this room in general. I should have one more turn before they arrive, I think. I hope. I hope they can't run that far. He didn't make it that far this turn, right? Yeah, he didn't make it very far. Waiting. Oh yeah, they're kind of slow on the approach, thankfully. Is that guy's armor getting stronger? God, he reboots stuff every turn. That's rough. Cool. The good news is they seem to have only detected monster. And monster's now successfully hacked.
I've got the codes. They're too complex for manual entry, but I can load them into my subdermal data bank.
We're almost there. Monster, rendezvous with me at the mainframe entrance.
Okay, there we go. We're down to the last bit now. Now it's just a matter of hacking this thing. Okay, so the good news is the daemons they were spamming me with gave me a bunch of extra power, which is handy. I think we're gonna go with the AoE after all, so let's have you back away, and you get away. Banks. Let's see, just to make sure they're both really interested in this door right now, let's go ahead and open it.
Okay, I'm calling it in.
Right, there's a body there. That might actually be bad for alarm reasons. Didn't really plan that part out as much. So, these guys are both interested in this door now, hopefully. So, shock trap 3. I'm gonna go ahead and drag the body and get away from the door. And I want them to come in here and knock themselves out. Hopefully, it'll get both of them. Oh, cool. Neither of these characters actually have, what you call it? Neither of them have a consciousness detector. Is one of these the Elite Enforcer? Yeah, it is, and that was the Omni Protector. So, because one of them's a shielded character, neither of them has the knockout thing. This little dick might be a problem, but he's a pulse scanner, so at the moment they're not detecting anybody. But if I hack that guy later... Yeah, I'm definitely going to hack this guy in a little bit just to keep this door open for me so everyone can come running through. The fact that that works is fantastic. Don't think I have any job for you. I think it's just a matter of waiting right now. Yeah. I think it's just time to wait. There's not even cameras around here for me to hack. This whole place is devoid of things to hack, really. I could investigate... Well, We're at risk of... No, we're only get 3 power next turn, so yeah, I don't have a reason to use power to even make up for what's being spent. A monster could probably do with a... No, there's not really much cover over here. He might as well just stay where he is. Alright, wish me luck, guys. So he's scanning nothing over there. Oh.
Guard down. What was that? Investigating.
Well, fuck nuggets.
It's a question. All is clear.
What the hell was that?
She's written a new program. I don't know where the energy's coming from, but she's rallying to help us.
Alright. Incognito is provided you with Turing, allowing you to reduce all firewalls by 2 at the cost of 5 power. Oh. Wait. Oh, all firewalls. Oh shit. Reduce all firewalls by 2. Sweet. Alright, that's cool. But yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would wander closer and get knocked out. But unfortunately, this guy's not going to be that easy, so... Elite Enforcer's KO'd, Omni Protector is not. So he is this one. So I need to break through his firewalls to be able to hack him at this point. I can't use an EMP because we've already been spotted, and that takes too long to activate. So I need to do this. This one cost me 1 power. There we go. Let's see here. Do I want to spend the rest of my power, or do I want to use a chip? Let's just use my power. I don't want to risk a life trying to go for the chip necessarily. This is going to cost me 6 power. Boom, he has no armor now. Right. Cool. And you can take out Omni Protector. Right, Omni Protector, non-elite enforcer. Using... What are you trying to use? 3 KO. Knockout for 6 turns, knockout for 3 turns. So the 3 KO is the drilling dart. Okay. Do I want to use the dart, or do I want to use the... Oh! Huh. I may want to just use the dart here. I don't think I could trust ambush in this situation. I think he's just going to shoot somebody in the face, so I can't really ambush. I'm pretty sure he'll shoot people now. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if he has to walk in the room or not. I think I'm going to go for the 3 KO with a shot. There we go. So, those characters are taken out. Let's see, Banks. Out of all these characters, KO 3 and 5, KO 3, KO 3, KO 2. That's the lowest KO. This guy can't see us, right? He's just there. Let's get Draco out of the way. Banks is going to... Cool, she has adrenaline if I need it this turn. We're going to inject this guy to stay unconscious longer, because he's the one that's closest to waking up. That'll buy us a bit more time in this part. I'm going to approach this character over here. Hello, friend. I'm going to... Oops, don't drop. You click here. Make him mine. Sweet. He's gonna come over here and stop the lasers, making them ours. And some characters are going to fucking book it, as they say. Alright, Banks, you can run over here and get behind this wall at this point. Yeah, Banks, get over here. Decker, this is where sprinting happens. This is the point of sprinting, more or less. Just make it as far as you can. People in front should probably run as far as they can first. Nope, you can't make it that far. Right, you can't sprint. I should have sprinted from the get-go. I kind of dropped that ball. You can sprint that far. So Decker, I think, can make it the furthest at this point. So Decker is going to sprint. Yeah, I don't think people are super close by to spot me. I don't know where... Oh, don't know where that guy's going, though. That could get me in some trouble. Still, between all these characters and my hacking power, someone could probably deal with that guy. But more than anything, Monster... Let's see. More than anything, Central and Monster need to get over there. So, sprint. Oopsie. Sprint. Yeah. Let's see. Can you get a little further that way? There we go. Gives her a little bit more clearance. This is technically more progress. Because the door is against... No, it's not. I'm an idiot. The door's not... The door's flush against the wall, but there's consoles in the way. So technically it takes longer to go that way. Well, it's already happened now. And she can't inject herself, because she is an anarchist and not a speedster. These are all just bodies laying on the ground right now. And I can't even close the door. So I really just want to get out of here. Oh! Right, you have an armor-piercing dart, so I don't even need to hack that much armor to get him knocked out. That's good. That's the furthest you can make it, huh? Alright. Going for it. Yeah, I'm hoping all the bodies just prove as a distraction for a while, so we don't have to deal with as many enemies. He has just enough AP to go and not be... Yeah, he'll at least be on the right side of the laser. Okay, everyone's out of AP, except for Rush, obviously. Rush should probably just sidestep the door so that people can come in here. And I'll be ready to hack you in a moment. I want to save my power for now, though, especially since we have to do another cycle now. That reduce everyone's firewalls thing is definitely handy. So everyone's spent right now. Most vulnerable person is Banks, but yeah, once again, characters are technically disposable here. In fact, a possible strategy for not getting killed here is that I might... Let's see, Corporation has boosted guard resistance. All guards have +1 KO resistance and will recover from 1 KO damage. Crap. Did all of those characters just wake up on me? Oh no. I just need to get in that room and see what tricks I can pull at that point. Alright, so the good news is no one's currently looking my way. The bad news is if I sprint, I don't know what my side effects are going to be. So, Rush, let's get you over here behind this... Over here. At this point, I just want to see how far into the room I can get various characters. So you go through the door. Then close door. Everyone's going to close the door behind themselves just in case they're the last person to make it that far. Draco, you can also make it through the door. At the very least, I want to get over here and behind this cover, and then I can deal with it from there. You just move into the room a little bit. With the door charges, at least I might be able to deal with some of these problems. But yeah, I think some of these characters may have just woken up, which is bad. Oh wait, recover 1 KO damage. Oh yeah, that just makes them have one less turn. They're KO'd. Alright, but yeah, that's problematically soon for them to be waking up. So here's the thing. I want to sprint, but I don't know what the range of sprint. Let's see. You make noise. How much noise? That's my question. Wait, I can just knock this guy out. Yeah, fuck you. Boom. Oh, fuck you. Oh wait, can I still sprint? I can still sprint. Alright, fuck it. There should be no people nearby who are conscious. So I sprint with everybody, and no one should be able to know we're here. Are you really gonna run out of AP right in front of the fucking door? Alright, well, she gets to hang out right there, I guess. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, I can't even give her a needle to run faster. Which is a really worrying sentence in some ways. Alright, Rush is getting through the door. I mean, Banks. Oh my god, you guys suck! You guys are really bad. These are disappointing characters. Alright. I can go here, but I'll get detected, so my best chance is to hide here. The worry is that someone might look in this direction by then, and I might get pinned. But maybe he's not as mandatory for the... Bring Monster to the final security console. Nope. She still has to be there, too. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? Access the corporate mainframe? There's not another security console I don't know about, right? Security hub. Final security console. I might lose my mind if I find out that I'm going the wrong way. Because I thought she said to meet her here, right? I really hope I'm doing this right. Alright, so, you, Pulse Drone. Let's get you out of here. Because now you're going to be a problem to have nearby. I'm in too deep at this point. If I'm wrong about how this mission works, then I can't fix that right now.
What happened? What happened?
That's everyone waking up. They're all interested in the broken door and stuff like that. Okay.
Information is a reduction of outcomes. It is the winning of chaos.
So Banks, get behind the terminal. Let's use a chip.
I don't like what I'm hearing from that thing.
It's the power loss talking. She'll recover when we connect her to the mainframe.
If you say so.
If you say so.
That's literally what he said. That's great. Alright, use Golem for lower cost breaking of walls, getting it down to 4. Then the last 4 can be taken out with Omni. New Damon. Alright. So, Central. You get here. The good news is no one spotted us. Oh, and you can just barely make it. Cool. Central. What? Monster needs to manually open this after obtaining the security codes from the security hub. No. Oh, Monster opens... Are you saying Monster opens it... Oh. Please tell me you're saying Monster opens it right here. I really hope that's what that means. Alright, so, we're probably gonna get enemies coming our way, so... I'm gonna move Banks and Draco towards the door a bit. They're gonna be ready to... It's almost back. We're probably gonna be placing charges on the door again to deal with incoming attackers. So you have a melee attack, so you also probably want to be close to the door and available. Actually, let's keep you in cover for now, just in case. I'll figure this out over time. I really hope I'm right about this, and that next turn I'm good to go. Let's see. I can spend 3 power because I'm going to get it back. So let's go ahead and just chip away at this guy's armor a little bit. Because it's free power at this point.
Hey, you okay? They're down. I'm calling it in.
Alright. Hopefully they'll be very distracted by that room full of entirely bodies for a while.
This is information. Information is unlikely. Information is beauty.
Deactivate lock. Awesome.
Open sesame.
You really scared me for a minute there. All right, so I don't use her at all. Okay, Decker, get out of the way. Time for Central to go in a really big hurry, and I cannot make her faster. Nope, all I can do is sprint. Go, Central.
I need to do this alone. Bar the door and don't let anyone follow.
It is getting dark. Mother, are you there?
Five, 6, 8, Alpha Override Omega 3.
Access denied.
568 Gamma Reboot Procedure 11.
Access denied. Illegal intrusion detected.
Okay, we'll do this the hard way.
They've broken through my grid. Heavy stuff incoming.
Not a good time.
I'm getting the hell out of here. You need to do the same if you want to live.
There you are.
Warning. Security personnel have been notified and are en route. User identified.
Mother.
This host is acceptable.
Wipe the SetNet records and reroute their security protocols towards
I now control the entirety of SecNet.
all of SecNet? That's not possible.
Taking control of the Guardian satellite network. Priming orbital lasers.
Orbital lasers? What are you doing?
K&R headquarters destroyed.
Wait,
Plastech headquarters destroyed.
That's not what I asked you to do.
FTM headquarters. Some captive manufacturing facilities purged of organic materials. Production facilities online. You have served our purposes well. You have been rewarded for your service and will not be harmed. You may now leave.
That's a hell of an ending, right? Alright, I did it. I was really worried at the last second that I misinterpreted the objective.
What the hell is going on? 1 minute the combined security apparatus of 4 megacorps is bearing down on us, and the next, SecNet is gone.
She tipped them off. This was her plan all along.
What? Your AI, where is it?
She's no longer in our employ. Operator, are you there? We've made it. It cost us dearly, but we've made it.
That is such a cool freaking ending. So, the outcome of all this, basically, is that, yeah, she, the AI, Incognita, was manipulating us. When she says she tipped them off, that means that, Incognita's the one that told, all of us, told the, various agencies, the rival corporations about where we were and how, that's what presumably got us busted in and a bunch of our agents killed at the very beginning of the game in the first place that set off all these events. And then it was all a scheme to like create a situation where Central would have to make Incognita as powerful as possible in order to get revenge and in order to save themselves. And somewhat to, in a way that kind of matches their motivations, Incognita did ultimately just go and wipe out all of those corporations, whether they wanted them to or not, which made a mess of things in another way. But here we go. So the entire landscape has changed. If they ever were to make a sequel to this game, it would probably be a game about dealing with infiltrating AI locations and stuff like that, because Incognita would probably be the villain if they ever made a sequel. But as it stands right now, they could just keep doing what they did here, which is they just add an expansion that expands the scope of the adventure, but still ends the same way. I was pretty happy I got through with no one getting shot or even knocked out. In fact, I think only one character got momentarily detected, and I was able to sneak my way out of that, and mostly got away with that. Those door traps definitely were helpful. That scheme to just condense everyone into one room definitely seemed to help me out and make it so that no one would be there to chase me. And things worked out just fine for me. So, for completing this playthrough, I unlocked Central and Monster as playable characters. Those are the two NPCs that are in all the cutscenes and that were joined us in the final mission. Looks like I could now make them go with me from the beginning of a mission, which means that I'd have access to their special abilities. The part where we get 5 power per daemon, which is pretty cool because daemons are kind of unavoidable sometimes, and the ability to get this. That one's not a big deal, but that dart is pretty effective, and these two combined would mean that you would fire this to knock somebody out that has 3 armor, and it's not a great knockout, but 3 armor piercing's kind of hard to find if you were watching this playthrough, or at least I found it hard to find. So that's a pretty cool weapon, and it has a downside, but this alleviates the downside when you get a 5 power for it. New programs unlocked. Faust. Gain 2 power per turn. 20% chance of a daemon installing. Welp. I think that there's a weaker one that gives you 1 power per turn, but doesn't do that. But yeah, chance of daemon installing, that's rough. Although if you're using that with a Central, at least that would be a 20% chance of getting 5 bonus power, which is a lot of power to work with. But you have to deal with daemons all the time, so it's you're increasing the randomization scariness basically, because there's some bad daemons. Brimstone breaks 1 firewall for 3 power. Passive, 10% chance of a daemon reversal. Oh, that's pretty cool. Interesting. It's actually a pretty shitty firewall breaker, all things considered, but a 10% chance of reversing a daemon is actually a cool ability. The problem is that you have limited slots, I believe, so you might want something else more than a 10%. You might have something you value over having a 10% reversal. New agents unlocked: Dr. Zhu and Nika. These are two characters I've never used, but I think they're actually... I think these are the other two characters from the vanilla game. I might have even unlocked them last time I played the game, but I'm on a new PC, so I lost that progress. So Dr. Zhu has subdermal tools, a local EMP blast that disables mainframe devices for 1 turn. Agent's AP is reduced by 1. I wish it would say how big the EMP blast is, but hey, having the ability to walk up to something and disable it would be handy. That means you could walk up to a safe and disable it, for example. Handy. Built-in EMP. Make him a hacker and he can carry on more EMPs too. Neural Disruptor, modded shock trap. Placed on a door. Triggers when opened, ignores armor. 7-turn cooldown. Knock him out for 3 turns. Interestingly, he starts with 1. That's cool. Nika. Adrenaline regulator. In an emergency, Nika can flood her nervous system with hot liquid aggression. Sometimes she does it just for fun. Gives you an agent extra attack a turn, and gains 3 AP after any attack. So he has an augment that actually gives them an extra attack per turn, and if she attacks somebody, they get extra AP. That's cool. And she has a personalized Volt Disruptor. It uses 2 power when used, and knocks out a guard for 2 turns. Oh, hey. Right. Because she can attack multiple times per turn, she needs a knockout item that doesn't have a cooldown. So she has an item that doesn't have a cooldown, but has a power cost. Interesting. These are both pretty interesting characters. Having different starting characters can definitely completely change the context of how you play through the game, so it's pretty cool to gain access to them. I genuinely don't know if they're from Contingency Plan or the vanilla game, though. I haven't played this game enough to know. Whoa! Oh! It has little shields for different types of mission types, and I'm getting points for that. So as I build up my experience, I'm getting... Right, I forgot about this. When you beat this game, you gain experience based on what you did in that playthrough, and you get more unlocks as a result. So if you played Binding of Isaac, for example, you know that as you play through that game, you keep encountering new stuff for the first time, and as you play through the game, the number of, like, all these roguelike or roguelite games, as you want to call them, have a thing where the games are randomly generated, but there's a pool of randomization, and they slowly increase that pool. So it's random, but it's usually a simplified version of the randomization at first. And the way this game incorporates this is it literally gives you an experience bar you fill up to unlock the next things that'll make your subsequent playthroughs more randomized and interesting, making the replay value pretty great. Like, this is a game that I would totally replay all the time if it was actually doing well as a series, just like Dark Souls, because I think it has just as much replay value as the Dark Souls games. But for now, it'll be like, I might still come back to this, but it'll probably be once every 3 to 6 months, just because no one really watches it, and it'll be when I have time for it. So, new programs: Rapier breaks 1 firewall, power cost increases by 1 each alarm level. Oh, uses 1 power to use, no cooldown. It looks like. Okay, so it means that at the beginning you can wipe out every firewall for 1 power each, but then it's 2 power each and 3 power each, and so it is about being fast. The longer you take in your playthrough, the more it costs. Seed. Your first program each turn costs 4 power luster. Whoa. I want that. Wow. That's such a huge savings of power to have a power cost 4 less to run every turn. Mix that with Golem, and you're getting a free hack every turn, basically, or anything that's good at taking out firewalls, for example. Ah, there we go again. Got Sharp and Prism. Sharp looks a lot like the character we just unlocked. He has the same weird ear things, but I think he might be an alternate version of that. Modular cybernetic frame. Start with 6 augment slots. That's why he's all robot looking, because he's actually a cyborg character. He has 6 augment slots, so that means you can just cover him with augments. Each 3 augments installed gives melee weapons +1 KO damage. So he's an augment-oriented character. He can have a ton of slots. Normally people start with 2 slots, I believe, and I think you can usually expand them to like maybe 4. but you can get him up to 6 slots total, and apparently the more augments you give him, the better he gets at KOing, so which means that when you knock him out, they have one more turn. Neural Disruptor, boring. The Prism has Refraction Chamber. Gain 1 power when a mainframe device is hacked. Max 2 power per turn. Wow. It's triggered by network. This effect triggers when after Incognita has fully broken any firewall. Wow, okay. So every time you hack something, you get a bonus power. Mix this with the Seed, and you're getting really, really power efficient all of a sudden. That'd be crazy. Like, I was thinking, I did relatively well with the hacking I had available to me at the end of this playthrough. If I had that kind of efficiency, that would significantly reduce certain challenges. Any more levels? Dear Lord, I got a lot of experience. Alright, now we're getting Archive Decker and Archive International. So we're getting the alternate versions of the characters I used in my first playthrough. Although, of course, Decker was in this playthrough too, because I found him in one of those cells. But now we're getting different versions of these characters. Let's see, Sensory Injector gives the agent 2 AP when seen by the enemy, including peripheral vision. Weird. So it's almost like an adrenaline burst. It's a chance to escape. Neural Disruptor, that's the usual. Refurbished Revolver. Ranged targets lethal damage. 6 shots. No armor piercing though. International generates power when alarm level increases. Power gained is 2 times the alarm level. So when you hit alarm level 2, you gain 4 power. I won't argue with it. It's a decent thing. Alarm level is a universal thing that always happens in every mission, so getting a passive increase is nice. Any more? Wow. God damn. Archive, Shalem, and Banks. I've never used Shalem before, I don't think. He gets a Neural Disruptor, Hand Cannon, 3 shots, no armor piercing, lethal damage. Ventricular Lance gives the agent +1 armor piercing to all weapons for 1 turn. Interesting. And Archive Banks is she's the archive version of the character we were just using that could open doors on her own. She starts with the Neural Dart. It doesn't mention anything about replenishing, so as far as I can tell, it has to be reloaded manually or something. No armor piercing, 2 KO damage, 2 shots. And Banks' custom econ chip collects credits from consoles instead of power. 50 credits per power point. Whoa. Now that's handy. A lot of the, like when you have high hacking, some of those locations would give you like 4 power or 5 power sometimes. That's 200 or 250 credits. That's a lot of extra money if you don't need the power. We might make it again. God damn, I got a lot of experience. Archive Dr. Zoo. Thermal Generator. Once a turn, generate 2 power when the agent uses an item with cooldown of 3 or more. Wow, so just using items gives you power. Neural Disruptor. Tony's modded EMP. Detonates at the end of turn, disables all mainframe devices and drones in a range of 3 tiles. Alright, it's just a 3 range 8 cooldown EMP. Archive Nika. I still haven't used regular Nika either. Discharge Rerouter. Once per turn, agent's disruptor attack reduces all item cooldowns by 1. Oh, that's cool. And there's the disruptor. So if she uses the disruptor, she speeds up her cooldowns, although you have to be using a lot of disruptor attacks, so I don't know how much I'd use that. There we go. We have now finalized this. So we did 2 1 shields, 3 2 shields, and 13 3 shields. It's based on level of complexity. As you can tell by the fact that this screen makes no goddamn sense, with a 2 3 13, it really highlights the expansion and the fact that this experience system's not built for the expansion. It used to be that you'd do a 1 difficulty, a 2 difficulty, and then 3 difficulty missions over the course of days 1 and 2 and 3, basically. And then I believe the finale mission was like difficulty 4. But in this expansion, instead of a finale mission, we got the intermission, I guess you could call it, or the midway point, like 2-part monster mission we did. And then it started doing like level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7 difficulty missions, which would all be down here, but that's not what the experience system's based around, so they all just count as being level 13 missions, or level 3 missions, so that was like our whole experience. That's why I got such an absurd amount of experience here. And then the final mission was level 8, which is, I believe, double the original. It's pretty high up there. Congratulations on completing Experienced mode. For a greater challenge, try Expert mode. As the base difficulty of the game, we pull no punches here. So that's when it's finally time to get the true experience, as people put it. And it's good to have some characters unlocked to have the proper starting party as I might want. It looks like, since I was unlocking archive characters, I must have all the base characters now. Boom, and immediately it's like, hey, you want to just start over right now? Let's take a look really quick. No, it's gonna do like a whole preview scene, but I believe I have every character now. Believe so. So guys, thanks for watching like always. This has been my second playthrough of Invisible Ink, Tactical Espionage. I enjoy this game quite a bit, so there's a decent chance that at some point in the future I'll play it again when I'm feeling up to it, even though no one ever watches it. It's just a really fun game, goddammit. My next playthrough would probably be on Expert. I would probably try to practice beforehand before going straight into Expert, because that's probably a big deal. But don't know when the next playthrough will come, but if a new expansion comes by again, you can bet that I'll probably play that right away. I just don't know if that's going to happen at all. So guys, thanks for watching like always. Thanks for putting up with my bullshit for so long, and I'll see you guys next time.